guys, welcome back to the channel. So, as you see in the beginning of this video, we are tedding hay. 3 fields of hay that we mowed down. This is the 3rd time we've tedded it. So, mowed it on Friday evening. Sorry, mowed it on Thursday evening. There was a little bit of rain forecast for Friday. Didn't know if it was going to hit us or not. We thought we might just miss it, or it might pass us by. It ended up, it rained from early morning until around lunchtime, which wasn't really expected. Not very heavy rain, but fairly persistent over that 4-hour period, 5-hour period. So yeah, not ideal. And I was starting to wonder, was I right in the head having just cut 15 acres of hay? But once it got to around lunchtime, dinner time, it cleared up here, dried up. It was a nice enough afternoon. It was good drying, and then it was warm enough. And then on Saturday, then again, another good drying day, plenty of breeze, and it dried everything right out. We were able to ted it out on Saturday evening, which was great. So that got it turned over and started to dry out then what was underneath. Again, good breeze. And then Sunday, really good day here on Sunday. So we were away at the show, which I'll tell you about later. That didn't go that well, but yeah, went to the show. Fantastic day again, a bit like today, lots of sunshine, plenty of breeze, and yeah, good drying. So got tedded out yesterday evening, and then here we are again this morning. I came down and checked it shortly after 9. It was ready to ted out again. So here it is, tedded out. It's about 11:30 now. I'm going to leave it for a couple of hours. I'm going to ted it out again and see how this is going. This field here might even be ready this evening. There's a chance of rain tomorrow, so if it's ready this evening, great. We'll get this road up and try and get it baled this evening. If it's not, we let it sit, take the chance that there's not going to be much rain overnight, and we'll get tedded out tomorrow and maybe get it baled up either maybe on Wednesday or Thursday. So we'll see. We're not going to panic this field here anyway, but the other 2 fields, they're going to be ready, and we'll get them baled up this evening. So yeah, we'll just have to work with what we have and what way the weather is. It's relatively dry. After whatever rain it does tonight, it's shown to be relatively dry right up till Friday, so we're not going to panic with it. But yeah, it's a lovely order, coming really nice, coming in really quick. This was the heaviest of the 3 fields that we cut. This is the one I got the footage in when I was mowing. Got the bit of drone footage, but you can see I just kicked that up there a second ago. There is little bits of green that's still, so this field may not be ready. It might, but it may not. We'll just have to see how it works out. The weather is just ideal. It could not be better. So we have the weather working in our favour, and a nice breeze there as well, so good drying. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. So just finished off tedding and gonna head home. Bela has to come out of the shed, make sure everything's greased up on it, give it a bit of a wash down, and get it ready to go for this evening. And we'll get the turn around the David Brown as well and get ready for that. So let's get back to the yard and get ready. Okay, so I've stopped for a minute just to make a video because, as you can see, we're baling. We're flying through it. This is field number 3 now. So this is the field that I was most worried about. I was afraid that the hay maybe wouldn't just be fit, but I had nothing to worry about. I come down, I got a bit of drone footage, you'll have seen that already. With the 3650 I was tedding this field out. I didn't have to touch the other 2 fields that we had mowed because they were perfect, they were just ready to be rowed. But I tedded this one more time. Dad went and rowed the other 2 fields, and by the time he came back here, any of the little green lumps that was being, or pieces of grass that was being tedded up or turned up, they were all dried out again, so we rowed it up. And it is in absolutely perfect condition. It's just coming 20 past 8. The sun is still splitting down between the rows here, and it is without doubt the best day of the year so far. It's I'd say it's about 21 or 2 degrees and lovely breeze, and just couldn't be better. So very happy to be getting this done and dusted out of the way. Still a little bit of rain maybe forecast for tonight, so fingers crossed we get everything finished. And yeah, Jerry's down, of course. You can't help, that's Jerry Senior. You can't help it but get, maybe you can't see it here on the GoPro, but he has the 2850 and the square baler out. So yeah, he has to get the square baler out when there's any hay being made, and he's going to make, I think, about 100 bales. So I'm going to finish up the couple of rows here. There's a small tree, this field's in 2 divides. There's about 5 acres here in the bottom, there's about 3 acres in the top, roughly, in or around, give or take. There's just over 8 acres in it all. And yeah, so I'm going to finish these few rows. I'll go up and bale the top bit. I'll see, he might bale maybe 100, 150 small square bales, and whatever's left down here I'll come back down. So I want to get the drone up. We're going to get a quick bit of footage of me round bale and maybe popping out a bale. I'll get a wee bit of footage of the 2850 square bale, and we'll come back at the end and I'll just tell you if we got finished or everything went alright, or how things went. So great to get this done.
I just realized I've built walls a mile high to protect my heart, but now I'm all alone, stuck on the inside. The heart doesn't need a castle, it needs a bridge. Been too scared that I unravel. Brick by brick I built these walls, now I know that I am strong. Just watch me tear them down. I'm gonna tear them down. If it couldn't break your heart, is it really love? If it can't tear you apart, is it really love? Just watch me march towards the battle. I'm gonna tear down this castle. I'm gonna tear down this castle. I'm gonna tear down this castle. Watch me march. If it couldn't break your heart, is it really love? If it can't tear you apart, is it really love? If it couldn't break your heart, is it really love? If it can't tear you apart, is it really love? I criticized myself for trusting lies. I know I can't hide, 'cause then I'd be alone, stuck on the inside. The heart doesn't need a castle, it needs a bridge. Been too scared that I unravel. Brick by brick I built these walls, now I know that I'm enough. Just watch me tear them down. I'm gonna tear them down. If it couldn't break your heart, is it really love? If it can't tear you apart, is it really love? Just watch me march towards the battle. I'm gonna tear down this castle. I'm gonna tear down this castle. I'm gonna tear down this castle. Watch me march. If it couldn't break your heart, is it really love? If it can't tear you apart,
Alright, so we got the hay all finished up last night. 100 bales just made with the 2850. Didn't get any footage of it, unfortunately. Just as I put the drone up, Jerry pulled out of the row. He was finished, and that was that. But it's lovely, lovely green, June green hay. You can't beat it. That's what you want to see. Lovely green in colour. And yeah, nice hay. It did rain overnight. Didn't do that much, but it rained overnight. So we were happy to have, see, the ground is still wet. We're happy to have it in the bales and done and dusted. And I think it's not too bad the rest of the day. I think there's some more rain then coming tomorrow, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then entirely next week is all wet. So I think it was a good decision to get it done and dusted, baled, and yeah, maybe get some of it drew now later in the week if we can. Yeah, so that was the hay end of it done. Next up, I have a little bit of footage that I took at the Haymaking Festival in Trim last Sunday, and we'll put that up here, a bit of a voiceover on it, and you'll get to see some of the clips that was going on the day. Alright, so the Trim Haymaking Festival. So this isn't the first time we've been up here at this. It's in Trim, County Meath. We've been up here, well, it hasn't been on since 2019, and we were there in 2019. We've been there, I'd say, for 5 or 6 years, almost since its first, since it started taking place. And we've put on walking displays every year, but unfortunately this year didn't go to plan. I'll explain a little bit more later in the video, or at the end of this clip, just what happened. We had the horses up there, but it just didn't go according to plan. But yeah, some lovely walking displays. Lovely David Brown here on a windrow. There's an old style square baler here walking, and he's motoring. He's getting through the stuff here fast, and it's walking extremely well. He put on a hell of a display. I was just watching it, watching the baler walking, and yeah, you can see it, the packer plunger. The bales come out opposite to the conventional balers that we're used to. The packer plunger comes down from the top, whereas it walks from the front to back on the later balers. But it's working very well. He was motoring up and down the field and got through a lot of stuff. He was showing everyone else how it was done. So great walking display put on there, and like, really nice to see this kind of stuff. Where do you see this stuff working now these days? Yeah, see the sections here that's cut out, they are for the side cutting competition. I do get a little bit of footage of that a little later in the video. I just go over now to the other side where we should have been cutting with the horses, and we have a couple of a 20 and a 35 here with finger bars, side finger bars, and yeah, really nice to see these working as well. Like, they were a huge step up from the likes of the horses and a reaping mill to one of these, and they cut well. They do cut very well. These are side mounted ones. You could also get the ones that are just hook on your 3-point linkage on the back, and are PTO driven, and basically the same. But these ones mounted on the side of the tractor, if you're doing a lot of cutting, they were very useful. You know, you didn't have to look back behind you. They were just there out to your right hand side, and you could just keep a nice eye on it and watch what was happening. Yeah, the little board then that pushes the cut away from pushes the cut material away from the uncut grass is fantastic in the way that it works as well. It was actually the same on the horse. There's actually very little difference in how the finger bow works on the tractor and on the horse reaping mill. But yeah, getting through the work really well, and the tractors are working very, very well too. The next clip then we have here is there's somebody here making a cock of hay, which again would have been a sight that you would have seen all over Ireland at one stage prior to the baler. It was all haycocks all over the place. I can vaguely remember, well, not that old, but I can vaguely remember seeing them in certain places when I was much younger. People still done it, but yeah, it's not something you see anymore. This square baler, every time that I've come out, I try to get the drone footage of it, and every time I got the drone over beside it, it just stopped. So I didn't get any footage of it working. Back to the finger bow. This man was mowing and making great headway. You can see there is a little bit of hay that was cut, and it's more or less made, so it was ready for baling up. Other years there wasn't just as many on the walking displays this year as other years. Other years there's usually a couple of pairs of horses. Some of them maybe would have like a little hay torno. They could have a hay rake on them or hay slide, and you get to see all those kind of things walking. But there just wasn't as many in the walking displays this year. I suppose people are still a little reluctant to come out to some of these things. A couple of donkeys here walking, and they were doing Trojan walk as well. I did keep the drone well back because I'd be afraid of just startling them, or not that they seem very quiet. Yeah, just kind of an overview of some of the walk that was going on at the time. And there was a really good crowd at it. There's I should have probably panned over to the left hand side. You could have just seen there was a lot of stalls at it, and yeah, really good crowd at it. We have another tractor and baler just coming down the field here. Also didn't get any footage of it walking, unfortunately, but yeah, it's just the way it worked out. So this is I actually think this is the World Side Championships. So cutting with a side. My father has just informed me that this man here in the video is from County Cork and is a side cutting world champion. So yeah, he knows what he's doing, and you can see it's all about that motion, and you can see that he's not over pushing it. He's almost just swinging it and letting the side do the work, and he's shaving the ground. It's an art on its own. It was a slow process compared to how we mow grass today, or even like in the move on from this even to the likes of the horses. It was a huge move on and much less labour intensive, but it's an art to see it here, and just to see every swipe and the grass being cut. Fantastic. So great day at the Haymaking Festival in Trim. As I mentioned, we had our walking horses up there. We had Lily here. Lily is the French Bouillon breed. She is an absolute beast, and really quiet, great horse for the job. And Tom, who's the young male horse who acted up a little bit on us on Sunday. We actually had him up there in 2019, the last time we were up there, and he worked for 2.5 hours flawlessly, cutting hay and no issues. And for some reason, something startled him or scared him. It could have been a flag blown in the wind. It was just something that just put him off, and it spooked him. His eyes opened wide, and he just was ready to bolt on the day. We got him back over to the trailer, we got him loaded on, and that was it. And you can see him, he's a nice quiet fella. On Sunday we took him out of the trailer, and when he stepped off the trailer, he just goes, he knew where he was back where he was startled before, and we knew we were in trouble with him straight off. So it's just one of those things. He's startled. We're gonna have to I don't know, we're going to do something with him to get him a little bit more used to those flags, or I don't know, we'll have to see. If we could figure out what it was that was startling him, we could get him quieting down, but we'll walk on him and see. But yeah, Lily's bulletproof, Tom just not so much at the minute, and we'll have to walk on him and get him settled down. So we didn't get to put on a walking display, but these things happen, unfortunately. So that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Bit of a mix of a lot of different stuff that was going on over the last number of days. As always, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, hit the sub button, comment on the video down below if you have any comments to make, hit the like button, all helps the channel if you can do that. Until the next one, take care, thank you, and we'll see you.